I'm gonna get my prediction for UFC 327 real quick. First fight we got here, we got Cub versus Nate. I got Cub beating Nate. Now, I know he been out for, I think, a year now. So, obviously, we already know ring rust is a thing. And I know Nate, he like to brawl. But even with that long layoff, a year not really that long compared to like 3 years or some shit like that. But even though he had a year layoff, I'm going to go with Cub still. I know he up there at age, but Cub, that nigga, man, he got hands. That nigga, his boxing, he got some solid boxing. So I'm going to go Cub on this one. I'll probably go Cub by probably like KO. For real. I don't know which round, but I'm going to say he go KO Nate though, for sure. Next, we got Walker versus Reyes. This one right here is going to be, man, I ain't going to lie. This shit going to be iffy. Obviously, we all know about Walker. This nigga got, when we talk about glass shins, this nigga got a glass shin. I know Reyes lost against Carlos his last fight. But, I'll be honest, I'm going to go Walker on this one. Now, hear me out. Now, I'm basing this off of Reyes' last performance. He looked slower than Carlos. But that could have been because Carlos is faster than this nigga. Now, we know Walker always getting chinned, or there's always some weird shit going on in his fight. But this time, I'm going to actually put my faith in Walker, and I'm going to say he going to beat Reyes. I feel like he got the athletic ability, the frame, the reach, the speed, everything to beat Reyes at this point. So there's no other reason on why Walker should lose this fight. I'm not going to lie, and him being an underdog is low-key not a bad pick. I know some people don't want to pick him because of his chin, but I believe he could beat Reyes on this fight right here. All right, we got Blaze versus Josh. I don't know too much about this nigga. I've been seeing him. I know the press conference was today too. I've been seeing his little antics, and that's just his character, whatever the case may be. That's cool, whatever. But I did watch a few of his highlights, and it seemed like he's the type of person to grapple. Like, he like grappling. He go for a lot of single legs off the highlights I've seen. Now, I know you can't judge fights off highlights. We all know this. You have to watch the full fight to really analyze to see how a motherfucker fight for real. But what I can say about him is that when he do go for a takedown and when he do get on top position, he at least try to go for the finish instead of just laying on top. It's not that many heavyweights right now in the UFC that actually try to go for the finish or actually going for submission, because I see him also going for a submission too. From his highlights, his striking don't look that bad. It ain't look bad from what I seen. But honestly, I can't really pick somebody on this fight for real because I don't really know too much about him. Like I said, I've seen highlights, but I don't know too much. Obviously, we know how Blaze is, though. Now, Blaze is ranked number 5 right now, and since he like to wrestle, and it seems like his favorite takedown is he'll go for a double to the single leg. That's what his favorite takedown is, from what I've seen. And obviously, Blaze have a good wrestling threat. If I had to pick between these two, I feel like the safe pick is Blaze. But if Josh could come out and fight from what I seen in the highlights, like I said, I know it's just highlights, but him being on top where he get a takedown and actually switching positions, try to go for submissions, and actually going for ground and pound is really a big deal, because motherfuckers usually just like to just go for the takedown, just lay on motherfuckers and just ride out the round. It seemed like he don't do that. So if he could actually bring that on Blaze, I would say, Loki, you could pick him, not gonna lie. But it depends on, because it's skill factors and it's different competition. Because the people that he was doing that against, it wasn't like no Blaze. So if he could do the same shit, honestly, picking him is really not a bad idea. It's not a bad pick. But if we're gonna go for a safe pick, I guess you gotta go Blaze. He's ranked number 5 right now. He's been going crazy a little bit, so it's like, it only makes sense. So I'm gonna go, if I had to do a random pick, I'll probably go Blaze. But don't sleep on him though. Then we got Costa and Mirzakhanov. I'm gonna be all the way 100 with y'all, bro. I think Mirzakhanov gonna beat Costa. I'm sorry, bro. I've been watching this nigga since this nigga got in the UFC, bro. This nigga is nice. Hands, this nigga is nice. The only thing I would say with Costa, right? If you gonna beat him, Mirzakhanov, if you gonna beat him, you have to make him fight orthodox. His whole entire bread and butter, bro, is literally southpaw, bro. If he fighting southpaw, most likely he's going to win. If you circle towards that power hand, it's going to be clipped. I think what Costa got to do is low-key got to chop that leg and make him switch stance, because honestly, I feel like he don't fight off orthodox stance. If he could switch that stance, Costa going to win. If he stay in southpaw and if Costa don't do no type of damage to make him switch or do anything, he's going to win. And then we got Yuri versus Carlos. Sometimes I be counting Yuri out. I'm not going to lie, because when he fought Jamal Hill, I thought Hill was going to beat Yuri. But for some reason, Yuri always bring it back. This nigga, he remind me of a fucking zombie, bro. Like, this nigga just keep coming at you, like, regardless. And it's like nobody literally fights like this nigga. Like, he got a weird ass style that you can't even train. Like, you can't even prepare for that shit. It's like he do random ass shit. Now, Carlos, on the other hand, now he cool. Like, he got power, he got speed. Would it be enough for Yuri? I don't know. As of striking, I feel like Yuri brings way more than he do, for sure. And since this is going to be a 5-round fight, I feel like that favors Yuri for sure. And one thing I like about Yuri, when it's like, let's say he down rounds or whatever the case may be, and he got to bring that shit back, bro. It's like he got a high motor. Like, he gonna bring that shit back, and he gonna actually bring that fight, regardless of if he tired or if he ain't. He gonna throw wild ass shit. That's the one thing I like about Yuri. And there's not a lot of fighters that really got that high motor that really gonna bring that fight, like, especially towards the end when you losing or when you tired. Like, Yuri, he one of them fighters. That's why I like. It's not a lot of fighters like that, though. I did not want this video to be this long, though. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna pick Yuri on this one too. So yeah, I pick Yuri.